Hi Pisces, my name's Tawana. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a reading for you, and this can resonate with you if you have a Pisces placement as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. And today I am using the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle. I am using the Angel Answers Oracle, new fave, and not so new. I've been using it on the channel for a while, but it is one of the newest decks in my collection. And as usual, I am using the tarot. All right, so I've already shuffled your cards and I'm gonna get into the reading. But before I do, I have two things to just talk to you about. The first thing is I already recorded this reading. I live in the city and I take every opportunity to get out of the city and get out of the hustle and bustle. And I was outside of the city this weekend and it was a really beautiful estate, and I thought I had a bright idea to get up really early and to film a reading outside and to just take in the air where I was and the scenery and everything. I was even like showing you guys a little bit of where I was because it was very beautiful. And when I went outside and like finally sat down and pulled your cards and everything, a really loud tractor started to drive like past close to me on the estate. And I was like, oh man, like I literally just pulled the cards. I am not going back inside. I came out here to enjoy the air. And I've left the city where you would think all of the noise is, and I am so far away only to be met with noise anyway. And I remember talking in that reading about not knowing if that's something that you are going through right now, because a lot of times I realize that outside of the channeling that I do with the cards, physically the things that I go through are connected to the readings, especially now that I'm being a lot more intentional with the readings that I do, which is why I don't just put out 12 videos a week or whatever. I move when I feel moved to. I document when I feel moved to document. So I'm not sure if you've been having a bright idea and in the execution of that idea, it almost feels like never mind, or it feels like I thought that this would have been better than it really is. And maybe you need to sit with that because it's been a couple of weeks and this could be unfolding in another couple of weeks. But I get this sense that a lot of you will relate to that. And so I really wanted to share that, like making something or thinking that something would be better than it really is. So, and maybe that not being a fault of your own, it's probably because of other people's participation in whatever that manifestation is or that idea is. And then the next thing that I want to share with you is, before this reading, as we talked about intentionality and me being more intentional with my readings, one of the practices that I have been kind of adopting recently in my collective readings is I will take the first like 5 minutes to just prepare as I'm like getting the spread ready and all of that stuff. I take like 5 minutes to prepare, and in that 5 minutes I will probably take like 2 of those minutes to shuffle the cards. And just shuffling puts me in this state of flow, the flow state which is where I receive most of my intuitive guidance. And today, when I was in the flow state, just shuffling before any of the cards came out, I got this imagery of flowing like water. And for some reason, I was like, all right, this is too much. Like, this is too much flow. Like, and I feel like that was me tapping into your energy, because Pisceans, you know, you're a water sign and very boundaryless. And I felt like there's either something that you are like accepting to, like it doesn't have to be an acceptance of everything that just happens. There can be too much of an extreme in going with the flow, letting life happen to you, letting things happen to you, sometimes it is necessary to create resistance in whatever sense you need to create that or hear that right now. So, and I like to do this because it's kind of like a self-challenge for me, in that I'm exercising my intuition and not relying on the validation of cards to do that. And then when the cards do come out, I then get to like see how my own intuition either syncs up with the cards, whether the cards validate that or whether they don't, because they don't always validate what I intuitively feel, which doesn't necessarily make what I intuitively felt wrong or inaccurate. It's just that it's an added message. It doesn't take the value out of what I intuited. It just didn't come out in the cards. And I think I needed to share that with you, because today when I was going through my intuitive like shuffling session, and I felt like boundaryless, like something is just too flowy, too submissive, too accepting, then this card came out, Against the Grain. Literally, as soon as I started having those thoughts, Against the Grain came out, which is just really fascinating. So I'm going to go into your reading now. I just really needed to share that with you guys. The first card we have is Trust Yourself. And this speaks for itself. I'm not going to go into this because it really speaks for itself. But take a look at the imagery, at how so many things are happening around this person. And they only have a small window to like breathe, see the sky, look to the sky. But they're trusting themselves, regardless of what is going on around them. They're trusting their own internal guidance. We also have the word wants to be written. So there's something to be said. There's something you need to say, or there's something someone else needs to say to you. And then we have Against the Grain. So this card talks to me about the need to push back, to rebel, to the need for necessary resistance, which is what we talked about a couple minutes ago. So we're going to go into the tarot. The first card we have is the first cards we have, which is to me is the first cards are always the strongest reading, the strongest energies in the reading. We have the Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles, and I think it's either someone has boundaries up with this King of Pentacles, or this King of Pentacles has their boundaries up. Feeling very suspicious, feeling probably wary from something that they personally had to go through, or they just don't trust something, a situation, or they don't trust a person. But this King of Pentacles seems to be surrounded by walls to potentially keep someone or something out, or to keep them self-contained. Then we also have the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So juggling a lot. Someone is juggling a lot here. And maybe that's why they're keeping someone out, or keeping themselves barricaded, because maybe they're experiencing a lot. It could be experiencing a lot of things in the material world. So lots of work, lots of deadlines, like lots of priorities, lots of concerns, whether you're gonna get work. It feels very survival-ish. A lot of times I think of Pentacles as your survival, because that is your 3D material life. So somebody's preoccupied with their coins, somebody's preoccupied with their work, somebody's preoccupied with the things that they have to juggle for work, which a lot of the times when we're in survival mode, we don't have any time for anything else. So that could be what this person is going through. And that's causing them to miss some kind of opportunity, some kind of new beginning that the universe wants to give them. The universe wants to give somebody an opportunity, but I feel like they're not recognizing it, or they're thinking of the faults of it, or there's just a lack of appreciation for an opportunity being presented. whether this is a new job, whether this is a new beginning, whatever it is. The Ace of Pentacles talks about material things, and many times I assign this to things like new jobs, new projects, new money, new things. But lately in my own tarot practice, sometimes the Ace of Pentacles, I've been realizing, comes out when something is coming from the 5D realm, the realm of thought, to the actual physical world. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean like money and finances and things like that. It can mean something is now tangible, something is now real. For example, have you ever had like a psychic connection with somebody and you have a lot of like 5D interactions with them? You dream about them a lot, they dream about you a lot. You guys probably communicate in the dream realm, whether you guys are remote viewing or astral traveling or astrally projecting, which a lot of you may find that to be woo stuff. But for the people who are at that level of comprehension and practice with a lot of these terms and situations that, or skills that are not easily taught, but things that you have to kind of like discover in your own spiritual ability and spiritual awareness of yourself. So it can, this Ace of Pentacles can mean something was an idea, now something is born in like the physical world, something like it's real now. So that can add context. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there are lots of pentacles, but this could be, for example, an opportunity for an amazing partnership, whether in friendship or love, and the connection has always been there, but it's not been in physical reality. Maybe you haven't met the person physically yet, or you haven't like had those kinds of conversations and like explored that together in real life, but you kind of feel that pull to that person. So yeah, just an example. This King of Pentacles is blocking themselves from whatever opportunity. It could be an opportunity with you, or you could be the King of Pentacles. So let me know in the comments if you're the King of Pentacles, or if you're dealing with the King of Pentacles, or if you know who the King of Pentacles is. And then we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be confusion, like not knowing what to choose. So taking your sweet time because you know that you're confused, or you know that there are lots to choose from and you don't want to make the wrong choice. And that's probably what this King of Pentacles is doing, like not moving forward with an opportunity because they feel overwhelmed with the amount of options that they have and not wanting to make a bad choice. But the thing is, they could end up missing out on an opportunity by moving so slowly. Then we have the Six of Cups, and this can be many things. It can be a relationship. It can be going back to something you used to do in the past. For example, if this reading is resonating with you in terms of money and finances and career, this is being so burdened by the current job that you have, or the current work that you have, whatever that work looks like, that you're not able to see a new opportunity when one is being presented to you. Like you're so overwhelmed with juggling and like I gotta make sure that this account is kept up and this is it, and you're not seeing the universe being like, hey, we could give you something even better. Like you don't even realize that this opportunity that we're trying to give you will alleviate all of this juggling that you're having to do. So it's there's a saying for this, majoring in the minor. Not that let's just say if this is work for you, it's minor, but in the context of this, like this would be what would be major, like this opportunity. But you're not able to see that because somebody's too deeply in the details of what they're currently doing. So anyway, this person is thinking about their options. What do I choose? I don't want to make the wrong choice, and I'm going to move really slowly until I know what to do. We also have the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords, and then we have the Hermit and the Chariot. So this feels like a a space of confusion until someone is finally clear what direction to take. Because I see very slow moving resistance energy. Resistance against the grain. Somebody is resisting something. I see resistance energy up until this point in the reading when there's a decision, because the King of Swords is here, which talks about clear-headedness, decisiveness, objectivity, intelligence, and then committing to an act because now you're clear. Now you've made a decision. And I know I talked about finances for some of you, but if this is, let's just say, more interpersonal or relationships, this could be someone not wanting to invest in a relationship or accept a relationship or work on a relationship with someone because they're assessing their options. There's a lot going on and they want to make the best decision for them. And so they're approaching that person or that decision making very, very slowly at the risk of missing an opportunity until they finally make a decision like, this is where I'm going to go. This is the route this is the person I'm going to choose. And maybe whoever this person is, this King of Pentacles, maybe they've been absent. Maybe they've been doing a lot. Maybe this could be soul searching. It feels like progress. Like progress is finally able to be made after someone finally decides. The decision, then the action, and then comes the progress. So no more stalling. And then towards the ending of the reading, we have the Three of Swords with the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups with the Four of Cups, and the Three of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Someone is deeply wounded or hurt, and this could be the other person because we start with the King of Pentacles, and this is the only other court card we have outside of the Knight and the King of Swords. But this could be the other person on the other end. Let's just say this is a relationship, whether that be an intimate relationship or a family relationship that you're not sure if you want to take action on, and whatever kind of relationship this is, if this is resonating with you in that way, it's like the other person waiting has been experiencing this. There's a lot of waiting energy on something that either you or this person wished for, or a situation that could be ideal for someone, because someone won't express their feelings. I don't know who this is. I don't know why this person does not want to write the word. The word wants to be written. This is exactly why this card came out. Someone won't express their feelings, which is holding up the progress of a situation. I feel like the progress, I feel like a decision is not being made on something, which is holding up the progress of something. So someone won't decide on the job, on the relationship, and that's holding up this Nine of Cups moment, which is a wish fulfillment moment. These are the things that dreams are made of. This could be dream job, dream person, dream relationship. At least in someone's eyes, this is a dream. But someone won't reveal their feelings, which the feelings are there because it's coming up on my table. It's just that they won't. And if you look at this, these two have their backs towards each other. This is a Queen of Cups, which they're in the same suit. But this Knight of Cups is heading in the opposite direction from this Queen. And it doesn't have to be a female male thing. This applies to any gender. It's just energy that we're reading here. This just simply means this person is operating in their divine feminine energy. This person is operating in their masculine energy at the moment. That flips based on the situation that we're dealing with. But it feels like, a wish fulfillment is on hold, is basically on the horizon, but not necessarily here yet, because someone will not express how they feel. And I can't ignore this Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups talks about like soul recognition. It talks about like your inner child being happy with someone else's inner child. It can talk about knowing each other for years, like past connections. It can talk about past life connections. It can talk about childhood connections. So yes, we're gonna get some advice. Spirit, what's the advice for Pisces in this reading? What is the advice for Pisces? Advice for Pisces, please. Ask for help from others. And a lot of times I always like to reiterate that that doesn't necessarily mean your friends. It could mean asking, literally just saying a prayer, asking God for a sign. God, if I should do this, send me a yellow car. Show me yellow cars. Show me a beige car. Like whatever however you converse with your spirit guides. Yeah, the next card is forgiveness and improving health. So we end on a positive note. Sometimes I feel like these angel cards are too, just a little bit too, like the angels are nice, you know, like said with a lot of fluff. But the wisdom of the oracle will give me the bare bones of the advice. So we're gonna pull some extra advice from the wisdom of the oracle, because sometimes the angels are too sweet. I mean, this is great advice though. Ask for help from others, forgiveness and improving health. After forgiving a situation, maybe the situation has the possibility to improve, but we're gonna get some additional advice. What's the advice for Pisces? What's the advice for Pisces? One more. All right, it's funny. This deck gave the same advice. Bottom of the deck, we have community. All right, the first card that came out was time for a nap. This situation is going to require some kind of break, and I can see that in the cards. Like, it feels like someone is stalling here to choose. Something can't move forward until someone chooses. And then we have building blocks, which is building a firm foundation. So the foundation can't start to be laid if somebody won't choose. And then we have milk and honey, which is the prosperity card. It's the card of you happy, me happy, everybody happy. We're all happy with the outcome. So maybe this situation is improving slowly. It's just taking time. Knight of Pentacles. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave you here. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. And thank you, as always, for subscribing to this channel, liking the videos. Please continue to do that. And thank you for all the ways that you continue to support me. I will see you next time. Bye.